welcome back to Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I am Lloyd.
I'm JD.
And today we have a new guest.
Johanna Lane.
Sorry?
Johanna Lane.
Johanna, that just went together, so
Yeah.
like rolled off the tongue.
Yeah.
It was almost like one long name. So talk a bit, I'm guessing you're musical.
No.
No?
Absolutely not.
One of
See,
our...
I was
Tone deaf.
late as all hell today because I've just had a baby and things were a little crazy this morning.
So the briefing was missed.
The briefing was completely missed. I'm just rolling in on this. So tell me why you're here.
I do ghost tours.
Oh
I tell
no!
ghost
Is
stories.
that what this is?
Absolutely.
Oh,
That's what
yes.
this is.
See, how did you do that? How did you?
Magic.
We talked about this happening, and I'm super superstitious.
Awesome.
Like totally a believer.
Yeah, I was
Excellent.
trying to actually
Like,
convince him initially to
go-
go out and do a ghost tour
You
and
need
lock
to come
ourselves
on a ghost tour.
and lock ourselves and do an episode
How
like that.
did this
And he's
happen?
like, no way.
See that? I feel like that's how
no.
why I knew you didn't know who you were. I feel like he didn't tell me for a reason.
Oh.
Because I'm worried about demons getting attached to me and ghosts and spirits.
I didn't bring any of them
and
here.
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I charge you extra if they come home with you. So
Do you?
You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
A daily
Additional
fee
feel.
to be
Yeah.
haunted.
Yeah.
So my sorry to go off topic real quick because I'm gonna forget this, and I think it's awesome, but it's really fucking scary that you can do this. My mom recently was telling me, a lot of people that don't know me, I'm petrified of clowns. Now people that do know me and didn't know that hopefully don't watch the podcast because it's a part of my life I don't tell many people
Yeah.
that I am petrified of clowns
Yeah.
and dolls or anything that resembles that, and it freaks me the fuck out. You can actually pay this society of clowns that will stalk you for a week,
Absolutely.
and then on your birthday they pop up and they pie you in the face. But they stalk you, like they'll watch you from afar and make sure you can see them for like a whole week. They fuck with your head.
When's your birthday?
No.
We'll talk later because I actually have somebody that we can talk about.
That's
Yeah.
craziness that's
Yeah.
a thing, because I would hunt you down, just so you know. If you are in this and you stalk me for a week, don't stalk me lightly because I will fucking kill you.
There you go.
That's scary. To have a clown follow you around,
Yeah, not so much.
that
No.
this guy might kill me.
Yeah.
Because that's that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. Well, and there's, I don't know if you saw it in New York State. They had a bunch of clown sightings, and somebody's
Yeah.
been doing that
Yes.
kind of stuff.
Yes.
So, I mean,
It's not okay.
And now
Yeah.
it's down in Tennessee. They've spotted some down there as
But
well.
I don't think
so.
I'm alone. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
are scared.
Yeah.
of
well,
it.
I think there's a lot of people. I ever think
yeah.
since Stephen King's It, a lot
Yeah.
of people are absolutely petrified of clowns.
Best thing though in Scary Movie 2 when it gets pulled under the bed by the big black man's penis.
Yeah. There you go.
That makes it not scary for me anymore. Not scary anymore.
We're okay now.
That clown got it bad. Okay, so tell me a bit about your ghost tours because I'm intrigued.
So we do walking tours and we
Okay.
tell you ghost stories. So we do a lot of research on our stuff. So it's not just somebody died here and this is what
That
we
would
made
still
up.
scare me.
Absolutely. And that would be way easier.
It would, and it would still work.
It would still work, but we've taken a lot of time to put the research into it. So we do a lot of investigation, and then we tell you the story about who died there and why we think they're still hanging around.
Any Indian graves or any Indian burial grounds, like real demonic stuff?
Uh,
How demonic have we gotten here?
okay, so not so much demonic, but you've been to Fort Calgary?
No. What's that?
Fort Calgary is where they have X Fest. It's just on the East Village.
Never been there.
Okay.
Have I?
You've been
Yeah.
by it at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I've never.
If you've been to Inglewood, you've been past Fort
You've been
Okay.
past Fort Calgary.
Right?
Okay.
But when they were digging up their new parking lot,
Yeah.
they actually had to stop digging because they were bringing up so many bones.
Oh,
because that's where the old buffalo jumps were, and
really?
where they would go and barbecue basically all their catches for the winter, and they would share it amongst themselves, and then
That's crazy. So
go for the summer.
I've always wanted to be part of like a construction team that found something cool like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have to go far because, again, you probably won't know this, but when they were doing the sea train through McLeod Trail up by Shaw Hill, they actually disturbed a lot of the graves because they weren't put in the right place. And so a lot of them came up while they were digging, and they kept calling it dog bones.
Oh wow!
And they would actually try and figure out whose bones they were. And
Ooh.
yeah, one of our guides, her
Lloyd
aunt was
has
up
never
there.
taken the sea train
No,
to the
not
Stampede
that.
again.
That's nuts.
You're getting
Yeah.
off at like
So, yeah.
totally
before Earlton.
totally haunted.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
So cool stuff.
Yeah, because I know that grave. I know where that gravesite is right there on
Yeah,
the.
because
on the
Cemetery Hill, right?
Yeah.
How is that
Cemetery Hill.
dog bones? How can they say those are dog bones? Clearly not dog bones.
Clearly not, but you don't
Obviously
wanna
they're not
upset
looking to
everybody.
It's
upset
funny
Yeah.
because when we dig, I'm a landscaper, so I'm constantly digging in random people's back gardens, and we always find weird things. Like the other day, we found a chain,
Yeah.
and we were pulling on the chain, and it was attached to a rope, and I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch the chain or the rope just in case it was attached to something else, and I won't touch anything because I don't want to get stuck to by some presence.
Oh, you need to come on a tour.
Oh God! Why? Why get me on this tour? So, is there any haunted houses, places in Calgary that you know of?
We do like 4 tours. Like we do downtown Inglewood, Kensington Beltline. We do Banff. Name a house. It's probably got some history.
Yeah.
And spirits don't have to attach to old places. Everybody thinks it's got to be old, but spirits will attach to the land as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. If you build your house in the wrong spot,
You're going to bring something
could be
home with
screwed.
you. Yeah, it's coming home.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not going to be good times. Like, what about that place in America where they had that big train accident and all those people died?
Right.
And all the houses down there all had same reports of seeing
Yes.
the same stuff because the whole train yard was just filled with creepies. Creepies and crawlies. I don't like what I can't understand. And I don't understand ghosts, so it super creeps me out. And there's a lot of, being that Calgary it's a newer city in a sense.
Yes.
But the people the people that settled here, it was hard.
Yeah.
Very.
So there's some spirits kicking around, man, because they would have a lot of love for the land that they did settle on. They would have a lot of attachment to the land they settled on or the house that they had because it was hard to build here. It was hard to live here.
Yeah.
Because it's not forgiving in the winter.
No, not at all.
No. Still isn't.
The fact that when I went to Banff and you can go up that mountain and there's a hut up there that some man lived in way back in the day. It's like,
Yes.
why did he do this to himself?
No.
I'm up here in my North Face parka and I'm freezing my tits off. Why did he do this to himself?
Yeah.
That's all I kept saying.
Some of them get that idea.
Right?
Yes.
And so going through that's the ghost that you don't want to stir up.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing these tours for in Calgary?
This is our 10th season. So
10
yeah,
years.
10 years. 10 years.
Holy crap.
So lots of stories.
Love people, love ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, and one more thing about the fort. That's where we used to do the hangings.
Oh, epic. See?
Right
now-
where X-Fest is. So next time you're
telling me
down
that's
there-
not demonic.
Well, I said kind of not.
Hanging grounds, there's got to be some elementals there or something crazy. I'm watching those ghost shows. I know what we're talking about. On your ghost tours, have you guys ever done any kind of try to do recordings where you guys record stuff and ask ghosts to talk? Have you ever done anything like that?
We don't do them on the regular tours, just
Okay.
simply because tonight.
You'd be there for a long time.
Yeah, tonight we've got 100 people.
Oh fuck me!
So we'll split into 3 groups. Yeah, so we'll split into different groups.
You've got to get through a tour.
It's crowd management.
But you can do can you do private
Absolutely,
tours
for
of
10
you?
people.
Will you do
Yes, and in fact, last Friday I had a private tour, and they were like squirrels because they had their little machines out, and they were all looking for the EVPs.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Oh yeah. So we spent
Thermal
about 3
cameras.
hours.
So you're
Yeah.
saying you do
Cameras.
private stuff. So if
Yeah.
I pay you enough, you will send Lloyd out by himself?
Okay, why am I going up by myself?
I like that idea.
Why am I going up by myself?
I just pulling
Just
your leg
ideas.
there.
Jordy's
thrown out
totally
there,
coming
right?
in. Yeah, right, Jordy.
Jordy's gonna die with him.
I was gonna
Camera
say-
guy. He needs someone to hold the camera while I'm freaking out.
And, and if he disappears, it wasn't us.
Yeah, give me one of those Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
it would be like Blair Witch.
so you volunteered. Awesome. He said yes.
I would break down. I don't think it would be good for my daughter to ever see a video of me breaking down with a camera attached to my face, curled up in the corner of Fort Calgary. Yeah, but that sounds good.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do it, but I feel like I'm too much of a pussy to do it.
Well, you wouldn't be on tonight. There's a bigger group, right?
Yeah,
So
but I would want to be more of the private group. That's because if you're gonna
then
hunt
suck it
ghosts,
up.
you've gotta.
So what you're saying is you want to do it, but you still want to be scared doing it.
I want to do it, but
He wants 3 other people
I'm
to throw
so
under the bus.
scared of doing it. I don't think I'd be any good. I think I'd just be like, ah! the whole time. Like, I just
Okay,
would
well, that would be good for us. So
be good footage, but I just don't feel like I would enjoy it as much as I think I would enjoy it now in the moment. I feel like I would.
Okay. And what we find too is that lots of people come out with the bigger groups, and then because they know what's happened where, they go back later. And so they'll go and see one or two places on their own.
That's the ghost bringing them back. I've seen that on TV. The ghost can get in your head and make you like a place. I seen this chick on TV, and she was so into this old medical hospital that was so run down and creepy. And she like slept in it because she like felt like home to her. Like, yeah, man, you possessed. No one sleeps in an old psychiatric hospital unless they possessed.
Well,
I'm sorry.
And speaking of possessions, here in
God.
Calgary, we actually have one church. I won't name it because I don't want. I'm on good terms with them. After the show, I'll tell you. But they actually are the #1 church in Canada for doing exorcisms.
Oh, see, this is the good shit. This is the good shit. This is what we need.
See, and if you're making a claim like that and they don't want to be known, like I would be putting that in front of my church, #1 in
Well, when you say that,
no, but to me that would make it less real.
Yeah.
well,
Because exorcism's no joke.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
it isn't.
no
It-
joke.
No.
Because I believe in exorcisms.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy what they go
I've
through to do
seen
them.
some video
Yeah.
footage of some stuff that
Yeah.
it's legit, and I don't think you can act that.
Yeah.
If you can, you're pretty good at contorting your face, because I didn't know that was possible. But yeah, that's not a joke. I don't think they would want to tell people.
No.
Oh, by the way, we deal with demonic possessions every day.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's awesome just because I'm intrigued by stuff I know nothing
It's like-
about, and anything that can possess a human being.
See, that intrigues me. Like just to talking with the priests and
But still
and
scares the
hearing
crap
that. Yeah.
out of me.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
But that's a priest I would like to talk to.
That's stop number 2 on your personal tour.
100%. That may be stop number 1.
We can make that work.
But see, that's stuff that really intrigues me.
Yeah.
And I'd love to learn more about, but also scares the living bejeebus out of me. And you do see a lot of people that set themselves learning about this stuff, because there are people that have dedicated their entire lives to learn about this stuff. They put themselves more at risk themselves because once you are believing, you're allowing something into your life. You know, someone that really doesn't believe and all thinks it's hogwash, sometimes it's harder to get at, whether you believe in spirits or not. It's harder to penetrate that mind because it's so closed off. Where if you're open and susceptible, and I'm so open and susceptible to stuff, that scares me because, you know, I'm such a believer of things like that. It makes you wonder, you know, if I put myself in that situation, have I just put myself in harm's way?
Well, and we also do, we call it a medium walk. We bring a psychic medium with us.
We need the big, there's got to be like a premium package that comes with like the church and the medium.
And so she'll tell you what
Tarot
she's
cards
feeling.
at the end.
and she does read you at the end. She gives you a little bit of a
there you go.
reading. Yeah, so you say
man.
that, but we do that.
Literally. This is what you're doing is good though. I
It's
feel
fun.
like
It's
it's super
educational.
fun. And the fact that you're actually doing your background on it, I think it's great that you have someone. I didn't know we had someone like this in Calgary.
Yeah.
So the fact
It was actually Phil who we had on a couple episodes ago that brought it to my attention.
Well, I hope people watch this episode because I'm
Yeah.
sure lots of people are going to be interested in this because
Oh,
it
absolutely.
sounds
It's
epic.
interesting. I mean, even if you're not into the spooky stuff, we've made it so that you're going to learn something on the tour, right?
Historical.
Yes.
Whether or not
Yeah.
you're into the creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
But if you're not for ghosts, I think you should go on the private tour.
Yeah.
I think people should because ghosts are real, man.
Yeah.
There's so
I'm
much,
on the fence.
There's so much evidence. She's a ghost talk person. She's
And I
on the
do
bloody
ghost
fence
tours,
about
I'm on
it.
the fence.
See, I fully believe.
I know you're totally in.
100%.
You're
I'm
110,
in.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Because there's so much weird things in this world and energy, and people can stick a lot of stuff onto items and onto places, and
Absolutely. I do believe in the
and whether or not
energy,
you're
yes.
believing in like a ghost physically forming in front of you, the energy's always there,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. You go to a place, you know, God forbid, like a really bad place like the Holocaust where those things happened.
that
The energy that you
Yeah.
feel in those places, that's real. And whether or not you're a scientist or
Yeah.
believe or not believe, that's dense, horrible energy that something horrible happened there. You can feel that something horrible happened there.
Yeah.
So that's real.
Well, and even down in Inglewood, we have the zoo bridge that's under construction right now. A little boy, he was 6 and he was killed underneath the bridge.
Ooh.
And when you go down underneath there, you will feel the energy change when you go down there.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's real, man.
There you go.
We need to, I think for anything, the tour would be good for JD.
Yeah.
Because
See, for me though, it's always about. I just want something solid, right? I was just in Saskatchewan.
Because when you do finally get, because the only cases I've ever like actually seen a solid being is always some demonic possession or something. Like the minute you get that proof, you're like banging your head against the wall.
Because basically I was just in Saskatchewan for a wedding.
Yeah.
We were talking to somebody there that they claimed that they had some being in their basement and that they've seen it and all that kind of stuff, and that the floor is buckling underneath and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's like...
And you saw nothing, I'm guessing, because you're still not a believer.
A, they wouldn't take me there, but, B, it's like, well, if you've seen it, like, have you tried to photograph it? Have you tried to film it? Have you done all... To me, it's always about...
with ghosts, like,
trying to figure
we've
it
had
out.
this talk about Bigfoot. Yeah. That's a whole different conversation between me and you. People will understand that watch. But with energy and with ghosts and stuff, the video footage and the camera stuff is kind of like... It's going to be harder to do because there is an energy, and that does play with electronic devices. Yeah. That's why you get the EMP and it plays with electrical and goes up and down, because getting video footage of a ghost, come on. Like,
but what I'm saying, it is possible, right?
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, we can't say it's not possible.
But the things for me, why would, like a thing like, you've got the Catholic Church in Rome. Yeah. Why would they have a whole massive division to exorcisms if it wasn't needed? Like, you don't have to believe in religion, but that's a huge religion there, and they're almost a huge government. The Catholic Roman Church, they govern
their own city, right?
Yeah, and and to spend so much time in dealing against demons, whether or not you believe in demons as it being another thing from hell, or whatever you believe in, something is doing something to people that we have to deal with,
right?
Because there's been cases where there's people doing really crazy stuff, breaking their backs and contorting their bodies in ways that is just nuts. You've got kids like bleeding from the eyes and stuff. Like, you can look up all sorts of weird stuff. And there's photographs of that. Yeah. That's all I need. You bleeding from the eyes in the church. Okay. Something's going on here. He's either got Ebola or says he's being haunted. So we either need to quarantine this motherfucker or get a priest up in here. So that's enough evidence for me. Yeah. To believe that there's something weird going on that we know nothing about, and when we die, we know we lose a weight, we lose energy, something leaves our body, some kind of consciousness leaves our body, and even scientists can't prove what that is.
Well, you're all energy, right?
It's not liquid. It's not.
The moment that you're cremated, basically, you're converting it in different types of energy.
And we don't know what that energy does. We don't know how much it knows and how conscious it is, and that is intriguing. And
that's what I'd like to know.
Yeah,
what happens?
And I'd love all those questions.
Yeah.
So your tours, are they every Friday, Saturday? Is it throughout the week? Is it?
So May to September, we go every weekend. We do a different tour. We do Inglewood usually, and Beltline and downtown, and we switch them off. And then coming up as of today, because it is October 1st, we go into crazy mode. It's Halloween, right? Yes. So we do tours every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, and then coming up on the 21st, we have the Fright Night Festival, which is you take a tour, and then we have some entertainment, and we have it's not a haunted house.
Is that entertainment clowns?
We do have a clown.
Oh.
I know. I want him to come out. And he's a clown that sadly was in a circus that didn't treat him well, and
no, I feel bad
he's
for
a
the
sad
clown.
He's a sad clown.
The mistreated clown.
His name's Tyler.
Stop that.
Yes.
Stop mistreating clowns.
Yeah, I know. And
that's why they're so mean.
That's why.
Right? That's why they're so
That's why they go bad.
Yeah, that's what turns them.
And so 21st, the weekend of the 21st, 22nd, 28th, 29th, and 31st, we do like tours every hour on the hour out of Inglewood. Yeah, we get really busy. Yeah.
And what about these private tours? How do people get a hold of you?
You go to info at Calgary Ghost Tours, and you say, hey, I want to
Listen, I really want to see some stuff.
Yeah. We can't guarantee it. I wish we could.
No, that's fine, but just so people can get a hold of you guys, because what you do is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, last night I did a Beltline tour, and I actually had two of the girls. They had been on the Inglewood tour a couple of years ago, and they actually got some really cool pictures of stuff in some of the places.
Some orbs?
No. Some. It looks like there's a woman standing on one of the balconies.
Epic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Proof. There you go. There's your
It's
photo.
not proof, but
proof.
it's pretty cool.
It's supposed to be on my side.
Oh, okay, yeah. Proof. Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Thank you. Get with the program here.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go. I've been schooled.
So you don't seem to fully believe. What
I'm
are your
on the
reasons
fence.
behind that?
Well, I think my problem
Because you
is
do the ghost tours.
I know I do the ghost tours, and I love storytelling. I
Yeah.
love sharing the history of Calgary.
Yeah.
But my husband was killed in a motorcycle accident
Okay.
14 years ago before I started the
Sorry
tours.
to hear that. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a conversation killer, if nothing else.
The follow-up was quite uplifting, no? You know, but I'm still sorry.
Yeah. But I think that if there was something, that there would be a message or something. And that's kind of what it's like, well, there's been nothing. He hasn't shown me the treasure map. He hasn't shown me
Yeah.
where the money was hidden.
And I can understand that more than anyone else's disagreements with why it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Why haven't I heard? Why haven't you meant so much to me? Like,
Yeah.
why haven't I seen anything? But then for me, it's like, I believe in energy. I'm just going to give my personal preference on why I don't think that. Because if there's no need for your energy to be here anymore, I believe it goes to a place that it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
And clearly you was in a place like, whether I know you were probably upset and you're probably sad, but he was able to not
Screwed off, just
stay
like
here
in real
anymore.
life.
And I feel like that's a good thing and not a bad thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
yes.
I believe the Earth's a learning curve. I believe that the whole time you're on this Earth, you're learning how to be a better human the entire time.
Let's hope.
And when, and whether or not you die too early or die too late, you've learned all the way up to that stage. And if you've learned enough, you get to, your energy has prevailed. It's a good energy. Wherever you find that a lot of the ghost stories on Earth, it's bad energy.
Yes. Yes.
It's hurtful energy.
Yeah.
It missed something.
Yeah. saddened
energy. It's never
just
good
hanging
energy.
around.
You've never
Yeah.
walked into a house and think, oh, I feel really good right now. There's a good ghost in here. And there might be one or two cases where they're like hanging. And those cases I've heard of, like grandmas hanging around the newborn baby.
Okay,
and they
yes,
can feel
yes.
the grandma's
Grandma's
essence.
still there, yeah, looking out.
And that's the only good energy here, but all the other stuff seems to be bad energy hanging around because something awful went down there. And I feel like it's because that energy maybe didn't learn to, you have to be sort of a good energy to go to wherever energy has to go. And even though it's my personal preference, that's what I fully believe. That you have to be some sort of a good energy to get somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because bad energy can't progress.
Let's hope.
Right? And so I'm hoping that that's what that means.
Yeah. Absolutely. So best place for people to find you said
CalgaryGhostWalks.com.
CalgaryGhostWalks.com. You're on Facebook as well?
Yep.
And Twitter, anything like that?
Twitter, not so much. It's a full-time job. Instagram, we're slowly. And I'm one person, especially at Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost half my brain already. I expect the rest of it maybe to be up the hill on the way back to the car today. So
You'll probably find it.
I have no idea what my name is
All
tomorrow.
right. So as always, we will have the links for all that stuff below.
Yeah, click those links because this is worth it.
And that's it for this week.
Yeah, well, it was great having you on.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
can't wait
much.
to do a private tour.
Oh, I know. Well, all the links will be below. Don't forget to push that like button, smash that thumbs up. It really helps us. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Johanna Lane.
Peace.
See ya.
Right at the end there, you're just going to come in?